right, hope everybody's doing good. My name is Ben Emanuelson. I'm a singer-songwriter, guitar player. Hope you can like and subscribe and check out some of my newest songs on all the streaming platforms. So this is part 2 video working on this Ibanez RG3EX1. When I got it, it needed a little bit of attention. The bridge was kind of dirty. The pickup rings were kind of dirty. The paint needed some polish. Some adjustments to the string action, and then new strings. And so I'm going to kind of walk around this guitar and show you what I've done. You know, the paint, the finish is not totally perfect, but this guitar is going to get a lot of use with all my content and my songs and everything. So, you know, I don't really try to get guitars in totally perfect condition. I was just trying to get it better than it was when I got it. So first I'm going to start off with the bridge. As you can see, it's a lot cleaner than it was. It was like full of dirt and kind of fuzz and all of that. So I pulled the saddles off and took some spray oil and just kind of cleaned up the bridge, cleaned up the saddles, kind of cleaned up around here. It's definitely better than it was. You know, I do really like the finish on this guitar, and I like the quilted maple front, the book match on it. But it had a little bit high string action, and so the first thing I did was I needed to get an Allen wrench that would fit these saddles. And so I went to Lowe's, and the closest thing I could find was a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench, and that wasn't going to do. What I needed was a 1.27. So I went to Harbor Freight, and I was able to get the small Allen wrench that I needed from Harbor Freight to adjust these saddles. But I did kind of, you know, clean up the pickups a little bit. And I also cleaned the fretboard. So when I first got this guitar, fretboard was pretty dirty. It had a lot of dirt by the frets. So when I had the strings off, I just took some time to clean up between the frets. But I'm gonna turn this guitar around so you can see it from the other side. So you can see the reflections, you know, picking up the mini blinds, and I think you can see the other details like the light and everything. So the finish is a lot better than it was, and I'm going to show the back side of this guitar too. But you can definitely tell how much cleaner everything on the bridge is than it was. And it's got a nice fresh set of strings on it. And so I adjusted the intonation and set up the action a little better. The neck seems nice and straight, so I didn't really have any string buzz problems. But you know, the strings are right down on the fretboard, and that's how I like it. So so anyway, there's that. One thing too I noticed on this truss rod cover, it was missing a screw. So luckily I had some screws in one of my parts bins, and just was able to put 3 all new screws on there, so they're all matching. And whenever I put strings on a guitar, I always trim them close. I don't have strings you know, sticking real far off of the tuners. That's just, those get stuck in things, and it's just a pain. It looks bad. So yeah, but you can definitely tell I've cleaned up the fretboard from what it was before. So here's the view of the back of the RG3EX1. You know, adding the polish to the clear really brings out the wood grain. So now you can really see this variation in the wood grain. There's still a little bit of rust on that one screw, but basically I took the oil and, you know, just kind of cleaned these out, and I just kind of cleaned this up a little bit. You know, it's definitely not perfect, but it's better than it was. You know, my first electric guitar was a 1986 Japanese Squire, and that finish on that guitar was nowhere near as good as this one. You know, I like the wood grain. You can kind of see that purple in the wood. But yeah, you know, It's definitely a better playing guitar than it was when I first got it. So here's one more final view of this guitar, this Ibanez RG3EX1 with the book match quilted maple front. You know, I really like how this guitar looks. I just ordered another 3-inch round Steve Vai sticker, which I'm going to put on this thing down here so it matches my other one that looks just like this one. So I've got one that looks almost identical to this one, but it has a Floyd Rose, and it already has the Steve Vai sticker that I got at the Steve Vai concert, and so that will really make these kind of like a matching set. But you know, it's got a few imperfections here and there, but definitely you know, playing better than it was at first, a lot cleaner. So yeah, thanks a lot, and like and subscribe.